Good evening. This is Rashmi, and today I will be presenting Enterprise Synth, a genetic SFT plus eval data from API schema without live execution. So I have used zero API keys with zero calls and deterministic schema checks. Thank you, Nathan and Spurti, for having me here. Enterprise Synthetic is a schema aware genetic framework that synthesizes high quality, supervised fine tuning and evaluation data sets. So, directly from open API schemas to completely offline with zero API calls and zero execution dependencies. I'll just walk you through a whole process how I determined this step of using open API with zero API keys, and I evaluated dataset from API schemas without any live execution. Okay, yeah. On the first note, I would like to explain what is bootstrap bottleneck. Here, the bootstrap bottleneck is a traditional agent training data comes from execution logs, where you run the agent against the live API repeatedly and record what happens. So, I would like to explain these four are the unviable limitations. The first one is the execution bottleneck where you will majorly able to see what is traditional data generation and also what kind of APIs it will start assuming and what can be called as safely and also what cannot. So here you can see the repeated of APIs during trajectory collections, which is highly brittle and also prone to live system state failures. So this is the execution during the bottleneck. And the second limitation is the sandbox. What exactly is sandbox? These are used in enterprises. Those are majorly APIs. Those are frequently unavailable or expensive, and also mostly like impossible to execute or isolate in local developer staging the environments, and also it will show a blocking of rapid testing. This is the major sandbox limits. And also in a big enterprises, the safety and also privacy risks always matters. Here, what I saw is live system execution always traces and also exposes the corporate credentials, which is highly valuable and also highly sensitive with the proprietary data and sensitive operational pipeline with this behavior for the external telemetry. So this is the major limitation which I could see when I was researching more on what's the bootstrap bottleneck for the enterprise synthetic. So when it comes to rate constants, here this limitation majorly shows us what's the strict quota ceiling and also infrastructure rate limits make the automated large scale trajectory collections extremely slow and also fragile. So this is the major prone which makes the sudden timeouts. So this is actually a major limitation for every enterprises there. So yeah, next is like what is the system overview. Going on, I would like to explain what kind of system overview I consider and why is this very simple and also doable. In this, I would like to explain the specifications that try to replace the live code to enable the schema aware in the offline synthesis. What exactly is offline synthesis? As we mentioned before, here we can see no live APIs can be used. So the whole process is done offline. First is input. In input, we can see Open API specification. Here, what exactly Open API specification meant is the structural API that has a description files and also contains the endpoints, which has more query in structures and also schemas and object parameters. All these are very important for an big enterprises. And also the next step, considering the input is the structural API, the next step starts with the process. In this process, we will see schema aware synthesis. Around this schema aware synthesis, we could always see the automated pipelines that will start parsing the descriptions from the files to generate the intent trajectories and also validate the structured outputs that's offline. So here comes the main process. The whole process is done offline, and the output is also given offline. So this is the major changing step where you can consider. So when it comes to output, these outputs are always verified traces where companies can consider doing it, which is completely multi-turn tool use traces. Those are ready for supervised agentic fine tuning and also benchmark evaluation. Most of the companies feel like if the multi-turn and the multi-tool use traces are ready for the supervised agentic fine tuning, then this is the best process to consider for every company out there. So the central thesis of this whole system overview is considering the agent behavior that can be synthesized directly from the interface structure rather than code execution. So synthesized data sets provide strict offline verification with zero API calls and zero execution dependencies, which is always a privacy and also the security that's always safely managed here. Next comes the synthesis pipeline. This is the four major stages pipeline which I worked on. In order to explain this, I would like to explain what exactly this four major pipeline compresses of. This is majorly a verified SFT data sets that I have used. I have used API gurus. Among those, I have took 45 examples of data set, and I started dividing them into the four stages. Every example has a different stages, but I have considered major examples that has these all stages that will process. So the first stage comes here is API schema parsing. Under API schema parsing, you can see extracting the functional endpoints, methods, and validating the patterns where it gets the request and it will start responding. And also, it considers the models and also authentication, those are required directly from the raw schema structure, and it will start parsing to the expected output. This is the first stage where it will start parsing the functional endpoints and also methods. Next stage comes intent synthesis. In this stage, it will start from the process where it needs to generate a rich and highly realistic agent task instructions and system objectives, where it is highly tailored specifically for each discovered API endpoint in order to match their capabilities. Under intent synthesis, it majorly performs instructions that's been given for the agent. So under intent synthesis, the whole agent task instructions are done. So the next step comes here is trajectory generation, where we will see the multi-turn and also tool use that's been given for the agent to trace the consisting of natural reasoning steps and also target tool selections, which has a exact parameter maps and also matches the expected responses, which doesn't miss any parameters and also doesn't make any mistake. So this is the major stage, the stage 3, where you will have the expected output and also you'll have a reasoning steps to follow. So after this, immediately we can go to schema verification, which was our targeted stage 4 and the final stage, where here you can see when the subject is very constructed towards the trace, and also it also follows the strict schema validation. This filters out the parameter errors and also missing fields or any incorrect endpoints to guarantee you the expected output and also the quality of the output. This is the whole four stage pipeline that has been compressed into a four stages. So here comes verification by construction. That does mean it's just determining the schema aware and also what is the verification benefits that exactly enterprises follow. So deterministic schema aware checks follows four types. First one is endpoint and method existent. This majorly validates the targeted endpoint and also associates the existing schema for the enterprise. So required fields, those are present, will always guarantee all compulsory input keys, those are populated in the parameters. That will make sure it will not miss any important keys. And also The third one, which will follow, is strict type and format matching. Here it ensures all kind of object types that matches the validation types. And also trajectory step completeness is a major step where it starts verifying the trace and represents a closed with the logical multi-turn operational goal. These are the four steps where every enterprise should know in the deterministic schema. Where under verification benefits, what exactly enterprise should follow? Here are the three steps. Automated data quality gate, which follows the traces with the parameter synthetic faults and also incorrect endpoint schemas or wrong structures, those are completely rejected prior to storage. So all the enterprises need a no live API execution required, validates full complex API client interactions. This is the major focused area. And also enterprises always focus on safe and repeatable and auditable APIs where they can use and they can proceed. So the evaluation design is made on three topics. That's held out domain, test model, and compact data set. Under this held out domain, I have considered Zoom API to be a domain. Under Zoom API, I have used a testing model as Quint 2.5. So the model Quinn is evaluated on the Zoom API, which was completely held out during schema SFT synthesis to verify true out of domain transfer and generalization. So, after this held out domain, we can go to the test model. Why I considered Quinn 2.5 is because this is very highly lightweight and can we can use until to fine tune the zero point 0.5 billion data base model, which is fine tuned to explicitly prove whether strict schema constraints and logical agent structures can be easily learned. So actually Quint 2.5 is a very good model, I would like to say, which has trained my 45 examples in just 3 to 5 epochs and gave me the low loss rate. So yeah, next comes the compact data set. Here I have considered 45 traces, that does mean 45 examples, to stress test sample efficiency and also training users an extremely small focus set of just 45 traces example run over three local optimization epochs. So next we will see the evaluation result. Here in evaluation result, you can see there is an held out API, that's Zoom, and that's been tested base versus fine tune. For the fine tuning, we have used Quen 2.5 model. After using Quen 2.5 model, the tool selection under enterprise synthetic will be 87.5%, and also the parameter validity will be 57.1. There is a huge difference between the base and the enterprise synthetic fine tuned model after using Quen. So here you can see LoRa fine tuning loss. I have used LoRa fine tuning too because the LoRa and the Quen matches so well, and it will give you the training loss very less. Even just in third epochs, I could see 0.24 training loss, which is very good. So after seeing the training loss, I could say that three findings that proves the SFT viability and successful tool use transfer. Those are viability of offline synthesis and robust data quality filter and efficient generalization. These three are majorly important for each and every enterprise out there if they want to work on all the APIs in offline. So the future work says the proof of concept, those are boundaries, reveal the three pathways for multi API scaling. Under the present research boundaries, I could find the compact training set that has a limited to highly specialized 45 example set as a late weight verification, and single held out target that has a current transfer verification for focused exclusively on the Zoom API. So the sub 1B base model would be Quent 2.5, and static trajectory sets currently does not implement ongoing operational feedback from active use. So this was the present research boundaries that I could find, and the future scaling research would be mainly based on the hundreds of API to the scaling part, and also testing larger models like Llama 3 to 8 billions, and also Quint 2.5 to 7 billion data. And also considering the active feedback loops from human and AI feedbacks would would really be very good part to work on in the future on this topic. Thank you. Any questions, Nathan?